Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a little video today about something I saw on the internet. I saw it on Ripley's, believe it or not, like in, I guess, 1986 or 87. Difference between men and women's center of gravity. Now, you hear it all the time. There's a couple tricks that they say women can do something and men can't do something. One is to step 3 steps back from a wall. 1, 2, 3. Keep your foot at the 3rd step back, bring your other foot around, and then slide a chair in. And then bend over and get your head down low on the wall. Lift the chair up with your arms. Then extend with your back. You get the thing up. About 100% of men can't do it. About 100% of women can do it. With it depends on the weight of the chair to a certain degree. Also depends upon the height of the person. Men's feet are bigger. Men's feet, are bigger, so you're back a little bit further from the wall. Men's upper torso is a little longer per se. I mean, there's endomorph, exomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Anyway, it's all a bunch of bullshit. What has happened to young guys? You're talking K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade. It's the equivalent of having your arm or your wrist or your hand or your leg in a cast for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Having the cast removed for an hour or two, and next day you're right back in the cast. What's going to happen over 12 years? Over 12 years you're going to be hobbled somewhere, and where you're hobbled is in your lower back. I'm about to demonstrate that by doing this. With starting out with 50 pounds, I'll do another video, maybe 200 pounds. I don't know. I mean, maybe 300 pounds. I don't know what I'll go up to, but I will demonstrate it with the chair, and then the chair with 50 pounds. By the time men graduate high school, there's muscles that surround your lower back. By the time you graduate high school, a lot of guys are destined for college. A lot of guys are destined for a trade school. A lot of people are destined for a commute for many, many, many years. What happens is, if you don't exercise those lower back muscles, and if you don't recover the nervous system, or what's left of the nervous system, you can very well have some serious problems for the rest of your life. A lot of back problems, but in particular, women can do some things you might not be able to do. Kind of freaky to think of it like that, but it is something of Western civilization, and now that we have the internet, hopefully it's something that will change a little bit in the future. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. I'm a mesomorph. I'm covered in lard. It'll be gone by July. I'm like 235 pounds, 5'11", and yeah, I just was out running, active, I guess you'd say. But some of the things I do are kind of acrobatish, bicycle engine tricks and things like that. Bicycles with engines on them and tricks with them, and not really stunt riding on motorcycles, but racing. Actually raced motorcycles for a while. I'm an XYY chromosome. I think about 75 to 95% of the generals in the U.S. military are estimated to be XYY chromosome, and about 100% of the people framed in prisons right now, and that's what we have to assume they are, as the United States, an American has about 12 times the likelihood of landing in a prison for 20, 30 years, even life, than the average citizen of other countries. Now that's not the free world that we live in. So XYY chromosomes are framed very often, and also they're hired to defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the shores of the United States. Let's walk out and I'll show you. It has nothing to do. XYY chromosome has absolutely nothing to do with the damage done to lower back in Western civilization to men and women. But there is a center of gravity difference which accentuates this. But and also has nothing to do with the recovery. And it has nothing to do with anybody being better than anybody else to fight, or propensity to engage people on a battlefield or on the street. But we'll walk out and I'll show you some lifting. I'm not going to talk too much. I don't want to frazzle my dad. I think he's watching TV in there, and I gotta get out and get to work at some point this morning. But let's go and let's show the chair. I'll show you the 50-pound weight. I'll do the chair. I'll drop 50-pound weight on it. I'll do the lift. I'll turn the camera off.